Hi friends, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can upload your own planners for KDP or Kindle Direct Publishing. What KDP is it's a platform made by Amazon, and they allow you to send them your PDF file, which could be a book or a planner, and then they will list your book, and then if a customer goes and purchases your book, then they will also print it out for the customer and send it to them. So that is what KDP is, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you what sizes you can select, as well as what margins you will have to set on Planify Pro, how to export the planner, and in general how the arrangement of the pages work for the KDP export. And before we start, I quickly also wanted to show you Amber's Instagram. So Amber, she's a PR member of Planify Pro, and she has created many KDP books in the past. So here, for example, is one. This is how a book published onto KDP would look like. So let me quickly show you. Here are a few examples. By the way, that's Amber. And if you're interested in KDP or in reading books in general, please follow Amber on Instagram. That's her Instagram handle. And then I also quickly wanted to show you how the books look like. She has also a YouTube channel, so feel free to also follow her on YouTube. And these books have all been created on Planify Pro and then uploaded to KDP or to Amazon. So I just quickly wanted to show you how it looks like. So here you see this is how the interior would be. You can make KDP books in many different sizes. You can have them in 6 by 9 inches, or the biggest size would be 8.5 times 11 inches. So here you see, here she has made a weekly planner, which you can do as well, and I'm also going to show you how you can do it. But here just a few examples of how the books will look like once you have purchased them from Amazon. Okay, so please follow Amber, she's really kind. And if you have any questions, I'm sure you can also send her a message and she will be happy to help you out. Okay, so let's go back to Planify Pro. Now let's start out with the internal pages, and for this tutorial I'm going to take an existing planner on Planify Pro. So I will not make any new planners, I will just make something we already have here to save some time. And the planner I will be using is this planner right here. So if you go to Minimal Classic 2024 and you swipe to the right side here, you should see a weekly dated planner, and it's this one right here. It's a full 2024 planner. The recipe code is WYRK5Y, so it's this one right here. So let's open up this one here, and then let's first check out the cover. This is the cover. Please ignore this red label here. This is the cover, and then it continues with a calendar starting in January, a January calendar, and then it continues with the weeks in January, 4 or 5 weeks, and then next will be the February calendar, then continues with the weeklies in February, and then it goes to March, and so on. So this planner has in total 66 pages. Now let's first check out the page arrangement. The KDP book will need to have a cover, which we will get to the cover later, but once you open up the cover, so once you open up the book, then you will have the left side still be the cover. So here the left side, this one still the hardcover, and then on the right side here would be the very first page, like you see here on Planify Pro. So here on Planify Pro I am on page 1 right here, and then here on the right side, this page here, this is what you would see when you open up the planner here, like this. And the left side will have to be removed once you export the planner, because if you don't do that, then else the cover will be on the left side, so everything will be switched. So whatever planner you make, always remember that on page 1 the right side will be the very first page you see when you open up your book. So the very first paper is on page 1 right here. And then you will manually have to remove this left page here once the planner is exported. So what I mean by that is that when you export your planner, you go to Save Export, you have all pages selected and also select KDP and select the interior because you're exporting the interior pages. And then you want to click on Batch Generate PDF and it will create you a PDF file you can then upload to KDP. So let's quickly wait for the PDF to be exported. Okay, it has finished exporting the planner. Let's click on Download PDF. And there it is. So you see this is the left side of page 1, this one right here. Then it goes on with the cover and then the month and so on. And then you will need to save this PDF to your computer. So let's do this. So let me call it KDP testing PDF, and then I'll just save it to my computer. And then you will have to open up this PDF file like this. So let me open it up in Acrobat Reader. And then you will have to manually delete this single page right here. So sometimes you should have an option here to manually remove one page from a PDF file. I can't find the option here to remove it, but if you are on a MacBook, you can also open it up with the program preview. And then here you'll have the PDF file like this. And then here you should be able to click on the page and then click on the return or backspace button and remove it like this. If this also doesn't work, or if you're on a Windows, you can also go onto Google and search for PDF remove page. Remove pages from a PDF online. So you can here select your PDF file. This one right here, and then you can select the page and then click on remove the pages, but I already have removed the pages before, so that page is already gone, the red one, this one right here. But this is how you would remove the pages of a PDF file, and then you would just simply download the PDF again after you have removed the pages, and now you see that the new PDF file doesn't have this page anymore, but it starts with this one right here, which is the right side of page 1. So this is how the planner should look like, and then you can take this PDF file and import it into KDP Amazon. Okay, so let's quickly go back to where we have been before. So once you open up the page, this is what you see first, and then on the next page will be the calendar, this one right here. And then if you go to the next page, you should see page 3 and so on. So you would create the planner in the arrangement like you want it to be. So that is how the arrangement works. You really just need to make sure that on the very first cover page, that your first page, which is this one right here, is on the right side. And I just like to add reminders to the page. And if you want to add this reminder to the page as well, you can go to sticker and then you can go to widget, and here you can add a custom text and you can write something in here. So my advice would be to just simply put on some stickers here so you can recognize the page you need to remove in the PDF files. So now that you know more about the arrangement, we now can check out the sizes. Now on KDP there are many different book sizes you can choose. So if you go onto Google and you type in KDP sizes, you should see this link here show up, set trim sizes, bleed and margins. So you can click on it, it should open up this page, and you can go to trim size, and then you can click here, and you can see all the sizes you can select for your books. So you have the sizes to choose between the smallest 5 times 8 inches or larger ones up to 8.5 times 11 inches. Now the size you would select on Planify Pro would be right here. You would go to size, then Amazon KDP, and then here you would have all the sizes to select. Now if you want to create just a simple standard size book, which is 6 times 9 inches wide, this is the most popular size I think on Amazon, you can simply just select this sizing right here. It's called 6 times 9 no bleed. Just simply click this one and then make sure that all the other pages are sized into the same sizing. So you can click here on fix sizing. After you select a size, click here. You can select 6 times 9 no bleed and then apply this size to all the other pages. So let it quickly run through the pages and change the sizing for you. So I would suggest you to best just go through the pages. Here, for example, it hasn't changed this page here, so let's manually click on it. So just scan through the pages and make sure that every single page is in the correct size. I'm not sure why some of the pages here are still in the A5 size. Maybe it has run through the pages too fast, so it didn't get to apply the sizing fast enough. But I hope you can fix this issue soon. But if you see the same issue, just manually select the sizes to the correct KDP size. So let me quickly do that. Okay, now every page is in the size of 6 times 9 inches, no bleed. Now speaking of no bleed, let's also check out what it actually means, bleed or no bleed. If you here's a good example. If you make a planner or if you make a book and you don't want any images or any text to go outside of the book, then this would be considered a no bleed. But once you have stickers placed to the edge of the paper, and like here for example, and you want the image to bleed out the paper, this would be considered a with bleed sizing. So whenever you decide that you want to create a planner or a book where the images or stickers are here on the edge of the paper, you will have to change the sizing of the paper because Amazon will have to print a bit more of the image to then trim the image so you can have the image here to the edge. I'm not the best at explaining the bleeds, but I hope you know what I mean. So in case you want to create a bleed book, it's the same size, can be the same size, which is 6 times 9. However, you then will need to select this one right here. So don't select no bleed, but select the bleed. It's right here and it's called 6 times 9 with bleed, but if you look at the sizing you see that it has added a few inches, actually 0.25 inches and 0.125 inches to the sizing, so it's a tiny bit bigger so that Amazon can trim the excess paper so the image can be bleeded to the sides. So let me show you. I'm not sure if you will see the difference, so watch closely. If I now click on with bleed, you might have seen that it now has made the size a tiny bit bigger. And now with this change you will be able to add a sticker. For example, let's just take this butterfly right here. You'll be able to take a butterfly and place it right here, and then Amazon will be able to trim it here so your butterfly can be placed to the edge like this. So it's just a tiny bit Amazon will trim off your template. So probably around here, this part here will be trimmed off, and then the trim paper will be the exact same 6 times 9 inches size. So that's the difference between bleed and no bleed. So let me quickly set this planner back to the no bleed size. Okay, so now that you know about bleed and no bleed, let's check out the margins. Now if you go back and scroll all the way down, you will see a margins table. Now the margins are generally all the same among all the sizes. It doesn't matter if you have a very small book or a very large book. The margins, which is the gap here and on the inside of the template, will most likely always be the same among all the sizes. However, it depends on how many pages your book has. So if your book has just a few pages, like 50 pages, then the gap inside the planner, the gap right here, which is called inner margins, or I think they also call it the gutter. I think, yeah, they call it the gutter. This one will then be smaller as well, but if you have a very large book with like 400 or 500 pages, then this margin here will become wider as well, because due to all the many pages, it will then add up in the middle, and that is why the margins will vary if you have less or more pages. So let's see here. In our example, we have 66 pages. Hi friends, a very quick edit. I just saw that before I just mentioned that it will be 66 pages. It will not be 66 because it will export the pages in single pages like this format here. So it will not be 66, but it will be around 120 or 130 pages, around that amount. So just keep in mind, if you look here on Planify Pro and how many pages you have, take the last page and then just calculate it times 2. So if you have 50 pages here, then it will be 100 pages. If you have 100 pages in here, then it will be around 200 pages. So take that amount. Do not take the amount you have here on Planify Pro, but do take the amount of pages you will have in the actual exported PDF times 2. So always calculate times 2 right here. So not many pages, and here it says for a page count from 24 to 150, which this would be ours, we have 67 or 66. The inside would need to be 0.375 inches, and then the outside margins would be at least 0.25. So what they mean is that you can actually have any margins you want, but it has to be at least 0.25. Okay, so let's take this information and go back to Planify Pro, then go to Layout, Planner, and here you can set all the margins for the template. So it said that it has to be at least 0.25 for the outside margin. So let's do that. Let's set it 0.25 for the top, for the bottom, make sure it's in inches. Then for the outside padding, we can also set it to 0.25, but it can also be bigger. So if the margins is 0.33, then that is fine too. Or you can also set it to 0.25. But I think how it was before, this visually looks nicer, so I just let it be. And then for the inner margins, that is the important one, the gutter, there it says 0.375. 0.375 inches, like this. Let me show you just the left side. So this is how it would look like. This is how your left side would look like, and this is how your right side would look like. However, if you have a with bleed size, then just make sure that for the outside margins, you have these ones here selected. Okay, so this is all about the margins. Again, it doesn't matter what size you have, it just matters how many pages you have in your planner, and this will then determine how wide or how narrow the inside gutter will be. Now, once you have set the margins here for the layout, you then want to apply it to all the other pages, and you can do that by going to Apply Style to Pages and have Margins selected. Then let it run through the pages and apply the new margins you have set. Okay, it has finished and this planner is now ready to be uploaded to KDP. From here, go to Save Export and then have KDP selected and make sure you select the interior and then click on Batch Generate PDF like this and then quickly let it export. Okay, it has finished. Let's click on Download PDF and you see that there is still this page we need to remove, but I already showed you how to remove that page before. This PDF file now, just simply save it to your computer, open it up and then manually remove this page here and the interior will be ready to be uploaded to KDP. To upload to KDP, I just recommend you to follow along a tutorial on YouTube. You can also type in KDP how to upload. And this tutorial here should be helpful as well. Just maybe watch a few tutorials and uploading to KDP shouldn't be too difficult. So now let's go to the cover. Now we already have a tutorial on how to make KDP covers on Planify Pro, but I quickly will walk you through the process again. So to create a cover, you first need to go onto Google and you want to search for the keyword KDP cover size, or it's called cover size calculator. Click the first link that's showing up here, and here you will have to select what type you are creating. So I'll be selecting paperback. The interior will be black and white. Paper type is white paper, left to right in inches, and then interior trim size. Here before we have had it in the 6 × 9 inches. If you have created if you have created one with bleed, then you would still select this size right here. Okay, and then you want to type in how many pages your PDF file has. So ours has in total, let me see here. Okay, it has 130 pages. So let's type in 130. And then calculate the dimension. Here it is. Here in the very first line, you will see that the cover we will have to create will need to be 12.543 inches wide and 9.25 inches high. So these are the main important margins you want to remember. Before we move on, click on Download Template. And it now will download you this exact template, which you then can import to Planify Pro. For now, let's go back to Planify Pro. I have already created a cover. It looks like this. And this cover just has one page. So feel free to create your cover or open up a pre-made one. And then you want to go to the size menu. And then you want to go to custom size. And then you want to click on Add or Remove Custom Size. And then here you want to type in the new sizing from here. So it will be for the height 9.25. For the height, okay, 9.25. And then for the width, we'll have to take half of this width because here it has given us the width of the entire of both pages, but we need to know what's the width of just one page. That is how you give in sizes on Planify Pro. So open up your calculator if you're not good at math, and then type in 12.543 divided by 2 to get one side. And here we get 6.271, so we can round it to 6.27. Go back here, type in 6.27. Okay, give it a name. KDP, let's call it KDP cover 130 pages for 6 × 9. So you can give it any custom name. Okay, so check again if the sizing is correct and then click on Add Size. and here it is. So let's click on it, and now we have a new correct cover size. Okay, from here, let's quickly remove these cut lines here. Go to Save Export, Cut Lines, click here to remove them like this. And then what you can do as well is you can now also import the bundle you were able to download before. So if you click here on Download Template, it will download you a zip file where you have a PDF file and a PNG file. And this PNG file, for example, you can upload to Planify Pro. And actually you don't have to do it because I don't think it helps much, but you can go to Stickers and then you can go to Widget and Personal Image, click on it. In the settings, scroll down to Browse, and then you can upload this PNG file like this. And then you can scroll down to apply this new PNG file. It might take a few seconds to load depending on the size. You can make it bigger like this. And you can try to expand it to cover the entire page. Make sure it's not too big, just like this. And I forgot to mention that the covers for Amazon KDP, the right side is always the front cover, and then the left side will be the back cover of the book. Okay, so like this, let's select the image again. It's somewhat blurry. Let's just reselect the image. If it's blurry on your end as well, just try to reselect the image and wait a few seconds. Okay. So here it is, it's exactly half of it, like this. Then you can copy it and also paste it to the right side. And like I mentioned, you don't have to do it, but I just wanted to show you. You can import it like this, and then you will see that nothing should go outside of the red line. So whatever you do with the cover, try to maintain it within the red lines. If you have patterns who go to the edge, that is fine, but if you have any text, like this text in here, just try to stay within the red lines. So here you see that here in the middle will be the spine, and here is the back cover on the left and the front cover on the right. I can also bring down the opacity, so here you see. So whatever you do with the text, just try to stay within the red field. Okay, I will remove it for now. This was just to show you. Then once you have created the cover and selected the size, you can go to Save Export, KDP, and now do select the cover, not the interior, but the cover, and then click on Generate PDF. And then click on Download PDF. And this is your cover. You see it has created you 2 pages because Planify Pro does it on default. It always makes you 2 pages so you can print it front and back. But for KDP you only need 1 page. So save this to your computer. I call it Cover KDP Testing. And then since I'm here on a MacBook, I can just open it in Pages. Or I can also do it here in the same website I've showed you before. Select the PDF, let's select the cover. Just remove the second page like this, remove pages, and then download the PDF, and there we go. Now we only have 1 PDF file, and then we can save this new one to the computer. Actually, it already has saved it to the computer. So let me quickly open it up. Okay, so here it is. And then you would go onto Amazon and then upload both the books and your cover. And as mentioned, you can just type in on YouTube how to upload to Amazon KDP and just watch one of those tutorials on how to upload your books. I hope this tutorial was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to message me anytime on Instagram or Facebook, and I will try to respond to your questions as quickly as I can. Bye!